Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Ryan, and we're going to talk about a couple of severe weather risks that we have upcoming here for the Ohio and parts of Indiana region. Starting with today, we do have a risk for severe weather here in Ohio today, particularly north central, northeastern Ohio. Would not be shocked if this marginal risk gets extended further west today. However, we do have a risk nonetheless here in North Ohio. This is going to be for one wind. This is going to be your wind map here, areas in brownish red there, and also with hail, exact same areas. So really doesn't change. All areas here in green have the risk for large hail and damaging winds with any storms that develop this afternoon across the area. Now, looking at forecast models for today, we're going to move this forward into the afternoon. Here's noon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Late afternoon, early evening, we have storms developing here, roughly from about Toledo down to like the Lima area. So we could see that risk get shifted a little bit further west. However, as the evening goes on, it develops into a line, pushes into that marginal risk area. So that is where you're going to have your wind and hail threat. But wouldn't be shocked if they extended that further back to the west here towards like the US 20 or the I-75 corridor here from Finley to Lima, Sandusky, Tiffin areas. Would not be shocked to see that extended back further west. But overall today, we are expecting a little bit more of a lesser threat, so to speak. Not going to think about tornadoes today, not going to think about anything significant. Just going to be your casual thunderstorms, which could produce some damaging winds and some large hail with them. We're not expecting too much out of today. The main threat we're kind of focusing in on is going to be on Thursday here. We have a level 2 risk, slight risk here. We have 5 levels of risks here. This is level 2 out of 5. The risk area in yellow has the best chance for severe weather. Risk areas in dark green also a lower risk here, level 1. This is going to be for all hazards possible. This is Thursday in Ohio, also extending back down here into extreme southeastern Indiana as well. So areas like Cincinnati up towards Portsmouth, Athens, Columbus, Cambridge, Akron, Youngstown, Cleveland, Sandusky getting in on the action, as well as Dayton, all the way up towards Finley, just missing Toledo here. This is for Thursday. And again, looking at the forecast models for Thursday, we do see a good signal here. We're going to have good wind shear overlapping with our instability. There's your storms down here. The NAM model I'm using here doesn't really let me go ahead and zoom in for you here so you can see this a little bit better. The NAM model here fires on a little bit further to the south here, but again, still well within that slight risk down here by Dayton and Cincinnati. That's going to move up into the slight risk area as the afternoon evening goes on. All those storms here could be supercellular in nature and carry potential for tornadoes, large hail, as well as damaging winds Thursday afternoon and evening. So risk today is a lower risk, but still a risk nonetheless. Thursday is going to be the day to watch here in the Ohio area. This could shift back west or east, depending on how slow or quick that low pressure system ends up moving. But overall, if you live in Ohio, be on alert, especially Thursday, but also today for a potential severe weather episode. So again, looking at the model here, we're going to overlap the wind shear with instability, give you guys a good idea where that environment is going to set up at. If you guys have questions, now it's the time to ask near the end of this stream here. So if you guys do have questions, feel free to drop those in chat. But looking at the overlap of wind shear and instability, the NAM model here, actually let's go back here to this one. This one has a little bit better handle on things. Right there, there we go. This is going to be overlap today, and then we move into Thursday. There is your overlap of wind shear and instability here across Indiana and Ohio. That's what's going to drive that slight risk for Thursday. So environment's good across much of Ohio, maybe even some parts of eastern Indiana. Not expecting Michigan to get in this threat, although it could shift further west. We could be looking at a Michigan threat here, but overall not likely with this system. So Thursday is the day to watch, but also today is severe risk possible. Any questions, guys, before I hop off here? If anything does happen to go severe, I do plan to hop on here and cover that for Ohio today. And also Thursday, we'll be doing that as well. Although the risk today is much lower, it appears today, than it is on Thursday. So I don't see any questions popping into the chat at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hope to see you guys. We'll have an update tomorrow morning with the risks, updated risks and stuff like that. And hopefully we don't have to go live today. But if we do, I will see you guys later. So stay safe, everybody.